Darkeater Midir is often considered to be the ultimate challenge at Dark Souls 3. If you don't believe me that he was intended to be the hardest boss in all of Dark Souls 3, just ask From Software. Irrefutable evidence that he's supposed to be the hardest boss. And I've decided to take on the ultimate challenge of beating him only using my fists. Am I going to be able to beat Midir only using my fists? Or is this challenge going to get the best of me? I know that for someone who actually plays Dark Souls, this shouldn't be too difficult. So why might this challenge be impossible for me? I haven't played Dark Souls 3 in 3 months, and Dark Souls 3 is the game I've most recently played. And if you play Dark Souls 3, you know how rusty you can get in a short amount of time. So this is definitely going to be the ultimate challenge at Dark Souls 3. First things first, let's go over our stats. We have 40 strength and dex to maximize our damage output, and I put the remaining levels in endurance and vigor so I wouldn't get one shot. And I also couldn't forget to choose the appropriate armor for the fight. The problem with this challenge is I do 85 damage per hit on Midir, and he has 15,860 health. According to my calculations, this is going to take a really long time to beat him. My damage output is so small that it's going to take 645% more time to beat this behemoth of a boss than it would on a normal playthrough. I'm ready to hop into the Thunderdome with Midir, but I have no idea what's in store for me. It was clear that I didn't know what I was doing. Oh my gosh. I was making a lot of mistakes at the beginning of the fight, but I eventually fell into a rhythm, and I played pretty good for most of the fight until I made one slip up, ending the 3-minute long duel. Oh no. Oh, I knew I did that. I've never gotten hit by that attack. Oh my gosh, it one-shots. I barely put a dent in his health bar. This is a stark contrast to what would have happened if I was actually using a weapon. He would have been in his second phase. My subsequent attempts didn't lead to much either. I do the same amount of damage to him that I did on the previous attempts, and it felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. Oh my gosh. What the hell is going on, bro? Once I get locked off, then it's game over. Are you serious? I struggle with the fact that my room for error on this boss fight is so small, and it was even more pronounced with the fist-only challenge. It's kind of like, you don't get punished super hard though from it. Never mind. If the camera decided it wasn't my day or I slightly mistimed a dodge, I'd be sent back to the loading screen, and I'd have to do the long, grueling fight all over again. I had a realization that my damage output was too small. I know that that sounds obvious, and it's the whole point of the challenge, but there are ways to increase your damage via rings. I picked up the Flynn's ring and Lloyd's sword ring to increase my damage. With these rings I do 114 damage, significantly decreasing the amount of time it's going to take to beat Midir. You know how I said earlier that it would take 645% more time to beat Midir? Now it's only 480%. This is a huge increase of damage that we're going to have, but we're going to have no armor, and we'll have to be at full HP most of the time, so we'll run out of Estus a lot sooner. With my newfound power, I hopped into the ring and was ready to take down Darkeater Midir, and he rocked me. Oh my god! Yeah, just because I was doing more damage didn't mean that I would be able to beat him. That morally destroyed me. I fought him again, and this time the build shined. I got him to his second phase pretty easily, and I don't remember his second phase move, so I died. Thank you. Thank you, Dark Souls. Oh my gosh! Then the worst thing happened to me. The worst thing that could happen to anyone who was recording a challenge video. I wasn't recording when I finished it. Okay, you guys are literally never gonna believe me. You're never gonna believe me. I was just like, I'm gonna turn this on because I was like, there's no chance that I'm just gonna beat it like when I'm not playing. I just gotta practice and get good at it. And then I beat him. So this is huge, right? Like I'm happy because I did the challenge, right? But I wasn't recording. I'll do a brief recap of the fight because I remember it pretty well. I took him to his second phase and got a hang of the attacks, because there really isn't a big difference between his attacks. One big change though is his laser beam, which could wind up being a blessing in disguise. If you know what to do when he does that attack, you'll never get hit. I think that the only mistakes I made were in the first phase, so I played flawlessly in the second. I got the riposte on Midir, dealing huge damage, but I needed him to do an attack where I could punish a ton in return. I muttered under my breath, "Do the laser beam, I know you want to." And he listened, and I finished it right then and there. I feel bad that I didn't record the final part. I was on a run of a lifetime and I knew it. But Dark Souls is a hard game, so you can't pause.